This thing in my hand that sort of looks like a giant blueberry is known in Asia as the queen of fruits. Its official name is mangosteen, but if you were to ask me, we might as well call it the best and most delicious thing ever created by Mother Nature. Oh, yet here's the thing. Although this fruit is quite famous in Asia, then unless you live inside this circle on a map, there's a huge chance that you haven't even heard about those things. And so in this video, I want to introduce you to the best fruit in the world. We will start by talking about its criminal past and how it used to be legal in USA for decades. Then of course we will have a look at where you can buy mangosteens. We will check where do those beautiful things grow and how you can get your hands on them. And finally, I will do my very best to describe to you in my own way what heaven actually tastes like. And to start this video, let's now head to the Gulf of Thailand, where green luscious stretches of land tower out of the blue ocean. So I'm currently staying on a small Thai island called Kopangan, and yeah, in my village or in my town there's pretty much one fruit market, so we at least don't have like many options. We know exactly where we have to go. I quickly made my way through the streets towards the market, and although there was many tropical fruits in the selection, then still there seemed to be but one problem. Mangosteen. Mangosteen no have. But around here somewhere. Crap news. So the biggest fruit market in my town or village doesn't have mangosteens, and they said they have them in the next town over.
A few minutes later.
Yeah, I think I have another idea. We're gonna go island hopping. Yeah, you heard correctly. Around here the closest town isn't always the easiest to reach. So I quickly returned to my pink and fabulous hotel room. Well, I honestly had no plan to make this video into an adventure, but I guess that's how traveling just is. So, batteries, camera, of course can't go without strange Thailand's version of Red Bull, and yeah, let's go island hopping. If you have not traveled between Thailand's islands yourself, then know that it's quite a fun experience. It cost about $6 for a 40-minute boat ride. And having the warm sea breeze in your hair, while seeing the many beautiful islands float by, just makes it a truly wonderful mode of transportation. Of course, once you arrive, it always is a little bit crazy for the first couple of seconds. But as the hordes of taxi drivers stay behind, you slowly start to feel the island vibe. Well, my friends, welcome to Koh Samui. For most people who come here, it's a tropical paradise island, you know, beautiful beaches, luscious rainforests. But yeah, for us the purpose here is different, and we just really have to hope that they have good fruit. And so I guess as a first thing, we should talk about where can you actually get mangosteens. So mangosteen itself, it's a tropical fruit, but what makes it so freaking unique is how picky it is. It requires a very specific and very stable climate to grow, and for this reason it's native, and like the only place in the world where it grows properly are the islands of Indian Ocean. Indonesia, Thailand, India, there's few more places around. But not only is it sensitive to the location, but it's also seasonal. So the only time and place in a year when you can get mangosteens for a reasonable price is during rainy season here in South Asia. So from like May to September each year, you can find them on the local markets. Let's go and see if we can find them as well. The markets I saw were filled with fresh seafood and all sorts of exotic delights.
Yet once again, even after asking from different vendors, one thing seemed to be missing.
Mangosteen. Mangosteen.
Good?
No.
They told me that the season of the mangosteen was over.
Mangosteen. No?
This season, no have the mangosteen.
No more? But Koh Samui?
No.
No. Nowhere.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, I got the crappiest news possible. The season of mangosteens is over. And since I'm on small islands, it's simply not gonna happen, I think.
And just when I was about to give up,
I don't even know. I think I see something. He just said like there's none on those islands, nowhere, but I can see them. Crap.
they looked beautiful, just chilling between some avocados and lemons.
Ooh, kapunka.
I almost couldn't believe my eyes. Finally, there they were. And I'm not gonna lie, I might have gone a little bit crazy, because for some reason I decided to buy
3 kilos of mangosteens. Sorry, all of my plans and ideas, they're just gone. Like, my head is empty. I'm just happy I got the fruit. And now I think I have like 6 hours to spend on this island, because the boat back goes 5 in the evening.
At last, things seemed to be going my way.
I'm actually quite positively surprised what a good price we ended up getting for the mangosteens. I bought 3 kilos and paid about $5. It's absolutely crazy. Like in the US, 15 years ago, those fruits cost about $130 a kilo. And right now, quick Google search will show us that from Amazon, you can order them for $43 a kilo. Here, about $1.50 a kilo.
And after about 30 more minutes of wandering around the island, I stumbled upon a bit of a weird place where we could finally begin the main part of this video.
So I found this platform. I got no idea what it is. It looks like a place where a statue should be, but there's no statue. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I think it's a good place where to try the mangosteens. And here they are, fresh mangosteens. Well, and just like this, we've made it to the most important part of the video. And the first thing you'll notice if you want to eat a mangosteen is definitely the tough exterior. It's not quite wood, but it's much like harder and stronger than your normal peel for a fruit. But you see, until the year 2007, this rough exterior was sort of the reason why mangosteens were banned in the United States. The thing is, you just can't know what's hidden beneath it. And yeah, banning them altogether was sort of the only way how America was protecting themselves. Because underneath this black and beautiful, beautiful exterior, Asian fruit flies could be hidden.
So yes, for decades, mangosteens were illegal in America because the invasive fly species, or the so-called illegal immigrants of the insect world, used to travel inside of them. Even now, before they can be sold in the States, mangosteens need to be fumigated and treated properly. But at least they are not banned anymore.
And yeah, I think it's a good thing, because if you haven't tried this fruit before in your life, you're missing out. So I guess now I'm gonna show you step by step how to eat it and tell you exactly how it tastes like.
I quickly grabbed one of the dark fruits.
Well, and once you've picked up a mangosteen and a knife, what you wanna do is find like a center spot, or sometimes even like the 1/3 spot of the fruit from the green side down. And then you're gonna make a cut all around. At times the outer shell, it can be quite rough, and For this reason, a serrated blade would be better. And now we're gonna open it up. It's like this cloud-like, flower-like white flesh. And it's surrounded by this beautiful, it's the skin of the mangosteen, but it looks like red velvet. Just brings out the color of the white. And how you eat it, you just go in for the kiss. Like, oh my, it is so good. Yeah, I just can't put them in my mouth while I'm talking. They're just so freaking good that my train of thought just disappears.
And so I tried another one, and then another one, and another one. I tried hard to concentrate all of my attention on the taste.
I think it's one of the first times in my life where I'm actually afraid to describe how something tastes like. It's been my favorite fruit now for like 7 years since I first tasted it, and every time I found it extremely hard to describe, because there's not many things in the world that taste like this.
It really is that good.
So the first thing you feel when you bite into a mangosteen, it's the structure. The texture is very similar what you have in a small cherry, but it's bigger. It's much bigger, and then you have those small lines of fiber, similar as you can find in a beach. But that's just the structure. And as soon as you break the structure, it's like an explosion. It fills your mouth from your throat to your cheeks, the top of your mouth. It's all full of this incredible flavor. And once you've bitten into it and you've experienced the explosion in your mouth, then you suddenly realize the taste. It's sweet and sour at first, yet then you sort of realize that usually to get this taste you have to eat a whole fruit salad, like cotton candy made out of fruit. There's so many different flavors. A hint of strawberry, cherry, lychee, a little bit of peach. It's like a fruit salad that just, it goes up in your mouth, it fills every crevice, and then you swallow it. It doesn't linger. It's quite a quick experience, but it's so powerful. And this is just heavenly. It is so freaking good.
But that, my friends, was the story of mangosteen, the queen of fruits. If you wish to try this tropical delight yourself, you can follow the link in the description of this video. And for more amazing travel stories from all over the world, make sure to subscribe to this channel and become a part of our travel family. Friends, thank you for watching, and I will see you in a little bit less than a week. Bye.